Have you guys seen those t-shirts that people are crocheting on the edges and turning them into like ponchos and shirts and stuff? Well, I'm dying to make one. It's a little out of my comfort zone for crochet, but I'm gonna try. Pass or fail, I'm gonna show you what happens. So I picked a shirt from my closet that I don't wear anymore because it's kind of stained up, and I can cut this part off so it won't matter. So here we go. I don't even know if I have the right tools for this job, so I guess we're gonna find out together. I don't sew very often, but I went through my sewing stuff and I found one of these, so that's a good sign. We're off to a good start. Also, I don't own a cutting mat, so I'm going to be using the little rolly chair thing that protects my carpet, and I'm going to weight it down with a couple weights because I'm worried it's going to move once I start doing this, so this is probably excessive. I'm being so extra right now. I don't even know if this is going to work because I bought it like 10 years ago. And I don't, oh my God, it's actually cutting. Okay, all right, cool. Another wonderful sign. So we're gonna go straight down. Hopefully nothing will move on me. Okay, haha, that was actually not so bad. I just have this one little piece at the bottom that didn't go through. So one of these videos that I watched somewhere along the way said that you're gonna wanna like reinforce the sides by like sewing over them. And you're gonna wanna like roll the sides in on themselves. So I'm just pinning it right now, like this, so I can run it through my sewing machine real quick. All right, after a little trial and error, I figured out how to put thread in my grandma's sewing machine, so let's go. So apparently I can't sew a straight line to save my life, but it shouldn't matter for this project. So I've picked the colors for my palette here, and I'm going to start with this dark bluer color to try and match the t-shirt just a little bit more, but here we go. So as I said, I'm not a sewer at all, and I just realized this when I turned on my light, so that's really ugly. The other side looks fine, so I'm just going to, I guess, like sew it down a little later on. Okay, so I have the desired length of my foundation, and I'm on to my first row. All right, I wanted to show you my progress because I had to stop and do life things, so this is as far as I've gotten. Starting on another row here, but I'm going to bed, so I will update you again later. All right, this is going to be part 2 of me trying to make those viral like t-shirt crochet poncho things. So I've got about an hour before I have to pick up the kids. Let's see how far I can get in about that time. All right, I got to go get my kids from school, but I got almost 2 whole rows done, and I'm going to work on this in the car while I'm waiting for them, so let's go. My son is walking down the hill to the car. I got another row and a half done while I was waiting for him. All right, I came home and worked on it some more, and this is about how far I've gotten now, which is about halfway done with that first panel. I'm going to stop here and go make the kids some dinner, but it's coming right along. All right, I've got a green and another black row done, and it's time to go watch some football because the Kansas City Chiefs are doing a preseason game today, so I'm going to go watch some football and work on this while I'm over there. Over at my parents' house, I mean, because that's where I watch football. So football worked like morphine last night, and I fell asleep. So this is as far as I've gotten. I'm on the black row after the blue row. And now that I'm about this far into the rainbow and I'm realizing like how thick this is working up, like I wanted it to be thicker. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to do this twice per panel. And I'm also starting to think that my t-shirt might not have been big enough to start out with. So I'm definitely going to need that additional length. So this is going to take a lot longer than I expected, but we're going to keep working on it today. So there will definitely be a part 3. Day 3, part 3 of me trying to make a viral t-shirt poncho. This is about as far as I've gotten, and I've realized that I need to make it much longer than I originally thought. So we'll see how far I get today. So it's never a dull day around here, apparently. The fire department just left because my carbon monoxide detector decided to pick this morning to stop working. So they came and they checked everything to make sure that we're good, and we're fine. But, you know, we got to have the fun of that. So I am going to finish this row and see how I'm feeling about the thickness of this. I think I need a few more rows, but I will update you in a sec. Okay, so I'm at the part where I was originally going to stop. I was just going to do the rainbow with the black and call it a day. But last night when I was kind of looking at things, I realized how narrow this shirt actually is. This started out as a 2X, and I only cut a little bit of the side off. But I feel like that this is not going to be long enough to get the desired look that I was going for. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this again. It's going to take a little bit longer than I had originally set out to spend on this project, but you know what? I think the results are going to be gorgeous, so I'm just going to keep going. Okay, I've literally been working on this as much as I can all day long. I have one more row of single crochets, and the first panel is done. Like, I think we underestimate how long this panel is, and I have to make a second one now. So stay tuned for part 4, I guess. This is day 4, part 4 of a series I never intended to make, where I'm trying to do a t-shirt poncho. This is where we're starting at today. I just finished my first panel. It is quite a lot longer than I thought, but now I'm going to start the second panel, and hopefully I can get some progress done today. I never intended for this to take so long. I thought it was going to be like a 2-day project and done. So thanks to everybody who's been hanging out with me for this project, because it's made it a whole lot more fun. Foundation's done. I'm onto the red. Starting orange. Mellow. So many people are along this journey with me. I just wanted to say one thing, that like, I don't actually know what I'm doing. I'm just a girl who saw another girl do a thing and went, I want to give that a shot. So we could get to the very, very end and this could not work out. It's entirely possible. But on to the next stitch we go. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. I made it to the green. Well, unfortunately, we've reached my bedtime for the night. We've got work and school in the morning, so I've got to get off to bed. But there will be a part 5, I guess. I'm literally posting these videos as I'm working on them, so you are as up to date as I am on everything, and it's just taking a while. So bear with me, and I will have another part posted soon. Thanks. Day 5, part 5 of me trying to work on this. I've just gotten home from work, so I'm not going to have as much time today to put into it as I have been over the weekend. I'm still going to try to do my darndest, though. Somebody mentioned to me that they would have single crocheted a foundation and then sewn that onto the shirt and then worked into like the garment directly. If I was going to do this again, that is exactly what I would do. I realized last night the reason this is taking me so long is because when I measured my shirt and then I measured my foundation, I didn't account for how much it was going to stretch. So this final length is actually much longer than my actual t-shirt that I'm working with. So if I was going to do it again, I would make a foundation chain, sew that onto the t-shirt, and then work directly into that foundation chain instead of the way that I've chosen to do it. But we are too far into this project to go back, so stay with me, and I swear I'm going to finish this darn thing. I've made it to the blue. You want to know something that sucks about this blue? See how pretty this is? This is a big twist yarn. I'm praying I don't run out because I don't have another skein. It's not like I can go get one. I'm onto purple. I'm on my favorite row so far. This row is significant because it is the middle of the second panel. I've made it to the halfway point for this panel, and I'm thrilled. But I only have about 10 more minutes to crochet before I have to go to bed tonight, so I'm probably not going to get this row finished, but I will check in with you guys again very soon. Day 6, part 6 of me working on a t-shirt poncho. I've got about 45 minutes before I have to leave for work, so I'm going to get as much as I can done before I leave. I'm still on that middle black row, but we're getting so close, I can feel it. It's time to leave for work, but I finished the whole row of red, so yay! Well, I got called off of work, and as upset as I would usually be about it, that's okay with me because I really wanted to sit home and keep working on this, so now I have the opportunity to, and maybe I can get a lot farther done today. Aren't you glad that this is getting close to the end? Because I am. I mentioned in a previous video that I was worried about blue because I was running low and I don't have a backup and it's big twist, and I'm happy to report I just finished the row and I have this much left. I thought I would share the satisfaction of the last stitch with you guys. There it is. Now all that's left is to weave in ends and to get this attached to the shirt, which I'm going to have to do another day because I am so tired and it's already 15 minutes past my bedtime, so I will catch you guys on the last final part. Day 7, part 7 of making a t-shirt poncho. I hope you'll forgive the way I sound because I just got back from the doctor and found out that I have a sinus infection. So even with the 100-degree fever, I am determined to get through this project because we've all been waiting a week to see the final result. So I have to weave in the ends. I'd like to wash this before I attach it just to relax it a little bit. But that is what we are doing today, and hopefully by the end of the day, we have a finished product. The ends for both of my panels are now weaved in, so we're going to go ahead and wash these. The whole reason why I decided to wash them before I attach them is because I'm hoping that they'll relax a little bit. I've heard some people have had like puckering and stuff happen once they have attached them and gone through the process of washing them and whatever. So I'm going to wash them first, and I'm going to do a little bit of fabric softener, just a little bit. I'm going to put them on the delicate cycle just to be safe. Time for the dryer. This is such a satisfying view for me right now because we're so close. I went ahead and pinned on the first panel to the shirt, and I'm going to go ahead and hand sew that now, and I'll wait to attach the second one because I feel like the added weight will just make it harder to get this done. So on to sewing. So I actually felt too lousy yesterday to finish, so this is technically day 8, and I put the final stitches in, and I am so excited to show you what it looks like. Here we go. Tell me you're in love with it. I'm in love with it. I might add a couple stitches like right here on the sides just to kind of hold it so that when I open my arms, I'm not like showing what's underneath, but oh my gosh. I'm so thrilled.